Federal Emergency Management Agency could hurt response in the middle of hurricane season.
FEMA has issued a statement saying it's cutting red tape and it's committed to ensuring the agency delivers. U.S. Envoy Steve Witkoff tells Fox President Trump will head up a meeting at the White House today on ending the war in Gaza.
We think that we're going to settle this one way or another, certainly before the end of this year.
Ceasefire talks haven't shown much movement as outrage grows over this week's deadly strikes on a hospital in southern Gaza that killed 20 people, journalists and emergency responders among them. Reporter Linda Gradstein is in Jerusalem.
Along with the surveillance camera, Israel said 6 of those killed were Hamas gunmen, although it did not provide any proof. It released the findings of its investigation after it called the attacks on the journalists who worked for outlets including AP and Reuters a tragic mistake.
Cooler, damper weather is providing an assist for firefighters battling a series of wildfires in Northern California and Oregon. Correspondent Carter Evans spoke with CAL FIRE's Robert Foxworthy in Napa Valley.
When the fire's backing off a little bit, this is time when you guys scramble to cut a line around it.
Absolutely. This is where we're able to get those crews in right there on the edge of that fire and get those hot spots mopped up.
That same weather has more than 2 million people under flood watches. Pennsylvania will have to stop throwing out certain mail-in ballots. Correspondent Michael Wallace.
The battleground state has tossed thousands of ballots after voters put the wrong date on the return envelope. Many of them mistakenly wrote their birth dates or didn't write any date at all. A federal appeals court ruled it is unconstitutional for Pennsylvania to throw out those ballots. Democrats typically cast more mail-in ballots than Republicans do. Republicans at the state and federal levels are considering whether to appeal this latest ruling to the Supreme Court.
They've painted the town red in eastern Spain. The 80th anniversary version of the famed Tomatina tomato fight is just wrapping up, and the streets of Buñol are paved in juicy pulp. Every year, tens of thousands of people chuck tons of overripe tomatoes at each other. Their inspiration, a food fight between some local teenagers in 1945. Dow futures up 8. This is CBS News.
Sponsored by Progressive Insurance. Get renter's insurance to protect the things that make your place a home, including coverage for theft or damage. Visit Progressive.com.
Actual price will depend on product and subscription plan. Featured products are compounded drug products, which the FDA does not approve or verify for safety, effectiveness, or quality. Prescription products require an online consultation with a healthcare provider who will determine if appropriate. See website for details, restrictions, and important safety information.
Want a boost in and out of the bedroom? Hims has you covered. Introducing a new 2-in-1 approach to level up your game. Tadalafil for better bedroom performance and zinc for testosterone support. Put it all together and you've got what you need to turn things all the way up. Getting started is simple. Just go to hims.com/joy to start your free online visit. Through Hims, you can access ED treatments, including pills, chews, and more. 100% online. No office visits, no pharmacy lines. Just fill out a simple intake form and a licensed medical provider will determine if treatment's right for you. If prescribed, it ships free and discreetly to your door. Find affordable treatment options at up to 95% less than brand names at hims.com/joy. That's hims.com/joy, HIMS.com.
News this hour is brought to you by the Rusty Healy Agency in Madison. Call Landon Thompson at 601-856-3681 to request a quote or learn more.
Jackson now has an interim chief of police. Today, sunny and 89. Partly cloudy tonight with a low at 67. Thursday afternoon, storms are possible with a high at 91. Rain starts Thursday night and all day Friday. With news on 103.9 WYAB, I'm Chris Davis.
I want to be clear. Mayor Horn is not forcing me out. I called him.
It's retirement from the city for Jackson Police Chief Joseph Wade, but his next job starts soon.
I have an amazing offer in the private sector that I will be a director at another organization. Don't ask me where. That'll be released at the appropriate time out of fairness to that organization.
That announcement was made Tuesday, and another announcement was made concurrently that Sheriff Tyree Jones will be pulling double duty as interim police chief. Mayor Horn expects the search for the next chief to possibly take a couple of months. Meanwhile, Sheriff Chief Jones says while fighting violent crime in Jackson is a top priority, so is building the new Hinds County Jail.
Our numbers have continued to increase. We're taking on more detainees in Hinds County.
Blighted properties, those abandoned houses and buildings that are not only eyesores but are a danger to the neighborhoods in which they sit, must be dealt with, says the mayor.
We have dug ourselves into a deep hole, and it's going to take a while for us to dig our way out. We're first starting in South Jackson. That's going to be the targeted area that we'll begin with, because that is where the blight is most prevalent.
The problem is finding the money to get it done. Crack was found in Justin Stokes' underwear, say police in Picayune. Yes, they were talking about drugs. They pulled him over for not stopping at a stop sign Monday and found weed in the car and rock in his drawers, they say. More news in 1 hour on 103.9 WYAB. I'm Chris Davis.
The views and opinions expressed in this program are the individual views and opinions of the people expressing them and do not necessarily reflect those of this radio station, its parent, affiliated, or related entities, agents, or employees.
Welcome to the Chip Matthews Show, where politics meets the South. So grab your sweet tea, find a comfortable spot to sit back, and let's embark on this journey together. Chip away, jump away at the story. Chip away. That's what I wanna do. Sweet little mama, I wanna get next to you.
Good. Wednesday morning here on the program. I, of course, am Chip Matthews. She is, of course, Dawn McKenzie, and this is the Chip Matthews Show on WYAB.
Good morning, everyone.
Well, look, they still ain't call me back on my Jaguar on being stolen. But and I just put new tires and everything on it.
Yeah.
Yes. So now the limo needs 2 new tires on the back because they're kind of old. But the big thing is I'm riding around with a nail in one tire, and I'm like, I'll get these fixed, and then you can come steal that car.
Yeah. Yeah. Well, y'all be looking for Chip broke down on the side of the road with a flat tire.
and make sure I'm broke down. I mean, people have been seeing me out walking, and they go, you need a ride? No. Was your car broke down? No. Might, But anyway, good morning, Chris Stout, Jeff Thomas, JD, Jolynn Michael, Shane Easley, Beth O'Kane Ladner. And good morning to you, Dawn. And Andy Devine. There you are. There we go. They'll wait till you fill it up with gas. That's right. They did. They did.
Yep.
Oh, well, let me go make a cup of coffee here. And
somebody went through one of our vehicles at our location.
And you're not in Canton. Imagine that.
Live out in the sticks.
But you're in the Benny Thompson district.
I am in the Benny Thompson district.
Well, then don't be surprised.
Have to take the good with the bad.
Well, yep, that's right.
Yeah.
But anyway, last night you were doing a lot of research.
Yes.
And we're going to talk some about school choice. We're going to get a poll up this week.
Mm-hmm.
And we're going, because we have a person coming in with school choice on the 2nd.
Right. Which is Tuesday.
Next Tuesday. So we're going to delve into school choice and get to where we need. But y'all, my thing is, and I believe Dawn finally saw some of the stuff that I've been thinking about after she had a phone call with somebody last night. School choice isn't a problem.
No. School choice is by far the problem that the parents should be worried about.
I mean, the reality is the administrations are the problem.
Absolutely.
And that's at all levels. And when every administrator or they superintendent all across the state, there's what, 180 school districts.
Houston, Texas has one school superintendent for the whole city. Houston, Texas. One. Mississippi has 180. And they're all paid top dollar.
Right. I mean, they all make more than the governor.
They make more than the governor of the state of Mississippi.
Every one of them. And then you have to think they're second, you got your second and third in command inside that administration. They probably they may make more than the governor, or a little bit, or real close to the same thing.
Right. Yep.
So no wonder the governor can't tell them what to do.
It's a mess.
Angry Lewis says, "Good morning." And Sylvia, good morning to you. Good morning from the award winner.
Yeah, I had lunch with him yesterday.
Yeah.
He remembered me from 25 years ago, I guess. He must have just gotten started. Well, his award was for 35 years.
35,
yeah,
so.
but he DJ'd a party for me, and we had a nice time visiting.
Okay, Jolene say
They're all paid too much.
Oh yeah.
Mm-hmm.
And the sad thing is you get paid all that money even when your district is failing.
Right.
And then you had the guy from Canton who just bailed, which I would have bailed too, on the school year, and they brought back a person that they said was a good person, and he retired. But when he retired, we were enough. Yeah. And then, of course, the person who fixed us from having an F illegally and got fired.
Yeah.
She went out and got her a drive-by doctorate at Jackson State because they just give them out in the drive-through. You just go right through the drive-through and they'll make you a doctor.
Right.
And she ran for mayor. Of course, I'll run for mayor.
I got failing schools. I got caught cheating, and now I'm going to run for mayor.
I'm not allowed to work in a school district, but I can go get me a doctorate while I have been moved.
Yeah.
So you go get a doctorate and you come back and say, well, I still can't go back to work in the schools because I've been suspended for 10 years. So if I run for mayor and get 8 years in, then I can go back to teaching school.
Yeah. There you go.
There you go.
There you go. So,
tell us about Grenada County.
Well,
Shad
White spoke about brain drain, and so did Mr. Duff, who's potentially running for governor.
He's running.
In brain drain, if people aren't aware of this, is where our college educated citizens go to move to a different state for a higher paying job.
Right.
So, they're trying to figure out a way to keep our citizens here in the state of Mississippi. Well, there isn't and they whine and cry about teacher shortage in Mississippi. Well, there's not a teacher shortage in Mississippi. There's an overpayment of the superintendents, too many superintendents, too many layers of administrative people to be able to pay our teachers the money that comes into them from the state.
Correct.
So we have superintendents that are literally making more money than our governor of the state of Mississippi is.
You got them almost at $500,000.
Yes. And then PERS, they're the ones that are straining PERS.
Yes.
These superintendents, there's too many of them. They get paid way too much money. So these teachers are overwhelmed, overworked. They're paid a salary. They're under contract. They can't fight back. And they move off to these northeastern states like Pennsylvania or whatever. And up there, things are just backwards. The superintendents get paid less than the school teachers do because the school teachers are actually the ones that are doing the job.
And they have a union.
And unions are good and bad.
Yes, they are. Unions are there. Unions were created when the government did not take care of people. And then when your state government, education belongs to the state government does not protect these people.
Right.
School choice will harm the real estate business. Why buy expensive houses in good districts to get kids? See, we're not even talking about school choice right now.
Yeah, we're talking about the abuse of administrative pay.
When you pay more money, in Grenada County, it's 50% of the money goes to administration. 50% of the money goes to the administration and PERS. The other 50% goes to educate the student with the teacher and whatever they need to run the football program and everything else. I mean, that's a reality. It's just, I think the pay for the most teachers is $55,000 a year in Canton. That is the starting pay, pretty much statewide, I think.
So these teachers are leaving the state of Mississippi. This brain drain that Shad White and Mr. Duff speak about is our teachers are leaving, and our teachers are leaving. They don't want to stay here and be worked, overly, can't fight back. They're under a contract. And so they're leaving our state. And you know what our state's doing? Our state they're bringing in Filipinos to teach our children because they can pay them less.
Right.
And these administrative people keep increasing their salaries. That's wrong. That's appalling.
And then also with the Filipinos they bring in, they're not allowed to work except for an education.
Yeah.
Because I talked to some of them about, hey, you want to come, since you're here on a green card, I'd like to hire you to come work at the restaurant. We can't do that.
Mm-hmm.
They're only allowed to teach school.
Right. So we're fighting immigration, and these people are coming over legally. But, why push your own people out of their home state where they want to stay and they want to work and they want to live because of greed?
Right. And then you bring Filipinos in to take these jobs on green cards. They can't vote.
No.
I mean, so what you're doing is you're taking the only people in town in the whole state that's smart enough to do anything and running them off.
Running them off because of greed. Everybody listening should be appalled, should be concerned, and should do something about this. We've all got to do something about this. And we, the people, can do something about this. But you've got to pick up that phone and call.
Okay, so we're fixing to take a break, and we're going to come back. It looks like we're going to talk school for a little while. So if you got something to say on it, give us a call at
601-879-0002.
I am Chip Matthews. She's Dawn McKenzie. This is Chip Matthews Show on WYAB.
002.
I am Chip Matthews. She's Dawn McKenzie. This is Chip Matthews Show on WYAB.
1039 WYAB.
Yazoo Valley Electric Power Association wants you to stay away from downed power lines. Downed power lines carry the risk of deadly electric shock, even if the broken wire is not sparking. If a wire is crossing a road or driveway, avoid the area and keep others away. If you see a downed power line, back away and call your utility company or 911. When you call, be prepared to provide the specific address or location of the downed power line so a repair crew can get there as quickly as possible. This safety message brought to you by Yazoo Valley Electric Power Association.
I'm Sean Yurtkaran, and I've spent nearly 20 years in the courtroom, first as a prosecutor in Hinds County, now fighting for my clients as a defense attorney. I know how the system works, and I know how to protect your rights. If you're facing criminal charges, don't wait. Call me at 601-862-1320 or visit me at onetextlaw.com. That's onetextlaw.com. Serious cases need serious defense. And remember, just because you did it doesn't mean you're guilty. Let's get to work.
The mowing season is full on here in Mississippi. I'm David Frederick, owner of Frederick Sales and Service in Brandon. The industry-changing Exmark Laser Z commercial mower turns 30 years old this year and has been redesigned with even more great features you just have to see. We have a sale going on with instant rebates, and 0% financing is available too. Stop by our store and let our award-winning staff show you the Exmark difference. Fredericks and Exmark, over 3 decades serving you in Brandon since 1993.
Pops Auto Sales on Highway 49 in Florence is where you come to buy quality cars, trucks, and SUVs. Priced to fit your budget. At Pops Auto, we specialize in trucks. From four-wheel drives to diesels, our satisfied repeat buyers know Pops has one of the largest truck inventories for any independent dealer, period. Browse Pops inventory at popsautosalesllc.com and get pre-approved for a zero down payment with approved credit. With warranties and service contracts available. Pops Auto Sales, your home for trucks. Highway 49 South in Florence.
Here at Lakeland Glass and Tint, we've become well known for 2 things: window tint and windshields. Now, when it comes to window tint, you already know that we're the go-to for home, car, and office. And as always, we offer free consultations. So if you're in the need of window tint or windshields, give us a call, 601-946-1000. Check us out on Facebook or Instagram or at lakeandglassandtint.com. Lake and Glass and Tint, where quality matters.
Pure Air Consultants has always been your go-to for reliable and affordable heating and cooling systems, and now we are offering day and night brand to avoid the 25 to 30% increases that everyone is talking about. With day and night, Pure Air Consultants professionals can install a reliable system with a 10-year system warranty, and right now receive $20 off on service diagnostic fees. Call us today, 601-939-7420, mypureairconsultants.com.
Business owners, tired of drowning in payroll, compliance, and back office headaches? P-Police has your back. P-Police can free you from the never-ending grind of employee administration, such as time and attendance, onboarding, background checks, even business insurance. While you focus on growing your business, P-Police handles the paperwork. Stop stressing and start succeeding. Partner with P-Police, locally based in Ridgeland. Visit ppolice.com and get back to business.
Welcome back to the Chip Matthews Show, and here's your host, Chip Matthews.
It's the most important show on the radio. It is the Chip Matthews Show with Chip Matthews and Dawn McKenzie. Heard worldwide on WYEB.com, also on YouTube, Facebook, Rumble, and even today in China on TikTok.
Yeah, there you go. We are on TikTok today.
And we seem to have fired up the lines pretty good here. Tavarius made a comment that I think we could hit. Good morning, all. I believe we need to hear from the teacher on the subject. Well, Tavarius, in case you didn't know or talk to any teachers like I have over the last 20 years, they're scared to speak out. Mm-hmm. Most teachers won't talk. Now in Canton, they probably will, because the only person to fire them is their cousin or their mama or somebody that put them in office. But I mean, that is a real problem. I mean, and we got corrected also. Another teacher called in, and she said, what was the price?
$46,000.
$46,000 from college.
Mm-hmm. And that's for a 4-year education.
Yes.
And then, that doesn't...
It doesn't include the hours. The hours are the school hours.
Mm-hmm.
Then they also include the special activities, the footballs, the basketball games, all of that. They all have to be involved in everything.
Right. And then I spoke with another teacher who had a really nice program for kids that need to learn in a different manner than the classroom.
Right.
And she had this facility running for a long time, and it was very successful. And the new administration came in, and they cut her school out. And she went before the board to talk to them, where they allot these teachers 5 minutes to talk to them.
Right.
And then if you don't get what you need to say in 5 minutes, they just set you down and push you out the door.
Well,
they don't care.
That's just like the supervisors.
So they dissolved the special school for these children that desperately need this service, and just dissolved it and wouldn't hear her, wouldn't comment on anything she had to say. So they have an agenda, and it's not for the best of our children. It's for the best of their wallet.
Yes.
All the way around. And somebody in our government needs to step up and get a backbone and a spine and some other items, and do what's best for our children.
Balls, right?
Yes. And do what's best for our children. Stop using our children and our teachers as pawns to make your bank account fat.
I mean, you go down to the legislature and everybody, it's almost like they have the attitude of the women need to take care of this. Like in the old days when the men go make the laws and the men say, y'all figure it out.
Yeah.
That's what that's what it seems like.
Yeah.
You run the House. Now we have a lot of women legislatures, this, that, and the other, but it's still the old boy system. It's the good old boy system. Mm-hmm. We send them enough money to do whatever they want.
Yes. And they consistently raise our taxes because they don't have money to do this or money to do that. These kids are knocking on our doors doing fundraisers to raise money for something for the school. The teachers are buying school supplies for their classroom out of their own money. And these fat people are sitting in their offices, these administrators, and just reaping the benefits from everybody else and not doing a damn thing.
Right. And a lot of them don't go to football games. Good morning, Chris Stout.
No, they stay hid in their office behind a computer and an answer machine.
Or they don't, or they go on trips or education forums
Yes.
and this, that, and the other.
Abuse.
And then they say, we got to get on to you teachers because don't have our test scores up high enough for the state test or the national average or this, that, and the other.
Yes.
And without that, I don't get my bonuses.
Right. In the end, when it comes to special needs, special ed people, if they have been written by a doctor and said that they are never going to be capable of passing the 3rd grade,
right?
These teachers are made to teach these kids, and they're supposed to teach them up to where they pass a 7th grade test,
right?
And it's impossible.
And then they never want them. They will keep them in the 7th grade.
Yes.
Until they quit school.
Yes.
So they do not wind up in the graduation rate of those people that go to high school.
Yes. So they won't have a dropout ratio.
Right.
I mean, they cheat our children. And we parents and we as citizens of this state have got to make a call to everybody that you can think of to get this under control, because they think we're stupid. They have all these programs and all these wonderful things they want to do while they're steadily undermining us.
It's the government that thinks we're stupid.
Yes.
And then they set up this other thing, the school program, and they want it to be done wrong. It's just like Clay had the guy on yesterday from Jamie Creel, who was an educator. He has the shelter insurance agency down there, but he was talking on there about how school choice is bad.
Yeah.
And we're going to have him on the show on the 2nd also, because I'm going to get both sides in the room.
Right. Well, I firmly believe anything that they do is not for the betterment of our children. It's for the betterment of themselves.
Right. And not the teachers.
And
I mean, and that is, you sit there and you scream and scream and scream about it all the time. And every year going into the session in January, they'll be talking about, we got the teachers need some more money. The teachers
I don't want to hear no poor mouth and no more.
Right. I mean, it's the administrations that need to go.
Yep. Needs to be one school superintendent for the whole state of Mississippi.
Yes, I would agree with that.
Mm-hmm.
And then they would say, well, we need we have 180 districts, so I need 180 assistants.
No.
I think you need to divide it into 5 regions.
Mm-hmm.
And while you're doing the 5 regions,
let's get Benny Thompson under control too.
Yeah. Well, now while you do the 5 regions, you can also use those same 5 regions to give us back the ballot initiative. But anyway, you take the 5 regions and you have a person in each one to run each region, and don't divide it up like we currently divide it up. We need to do it by drawing lines straight across the state, east to west.
Mm-hmm.
And then that district could play football against that district, and those, it would all pare down, and everything is that way. I mean, you're going to get to where you're getting to where football programs in the football field, with prescription turf, and they spend so much money on athletes, which,
they're the money maker.
Mississippi puts out a lot of athletes, but if you take that and what the administrations are getting, there's no money left for the teachers or the students.
Nope.
And then when they talk about school choice and the money following the student, that's why the public schools are screaming, hold on, you're going to take all this extra money out of our system. That means the administrators are going to have to fire more teachers where there'll be enough room for everything.
Yeah. Yeah.
I mean, people don't understand. And look, y'all, this is any aspect of our government. And there's enough of them down there talking, and they can't get
talking heads is all they are.
Yeah, they don't get the ballot initiative.
They get nothing done. They just make more money.
And you keep saying, look, PERS. Let's look at PERS. PERS. You've got administrators that are top dogs in these districts that are going to make a hell of a 13th check at some time, and that comes out of that PERS money.
That's right.
Okay, and that's 182 of them in the state are going to make tons more in PERS than the governor
Mm-hmm.
at some time. And then, of course, you got the governor and all those people in the PERS system. So everybody's trying to
They're trying to get all they can in there right now so they can pull it.
And then all you got to do is, for the last 4 years at these schools, especially in like Canton or places like that, where they have relationships where, everybody's still related.
Mm-hmm.
And they'll say, okay, we need to get you to here so that you're 4 high when you retire in 4 years, it'll be there. It's just like, think about this. The PERS system was changing, right?
Mm-hmm.
So why did Chief Wade retire and take another job?
There you go.
There you go. I mean, y'all, look at the big picture. I mean,
but it's worse. It gets worse, y'all. It really does. I couldn't sleep at all last night. I was so disturbed. So some locations still allow kids to go to school, and they're special ed kids until they're 21, maybe.
Yeah.
Just to be a daycare.
Yeah.
On our taxpayers' dollars.
Yeah.
They get free breakfast. They get free lunch. They get free daycare.
And they're to 21.
Till they're 21 years old.
And this is like special needs kids, but they also, you can get 30% mental ill and 20% mental ill in the state of Mississippi and get a check. And then they get a check, and then they're special needs all the way to 21. And they're fed and all that. And that's on our nickel. And it helps them also get more money. We got to take a break. We'll be right back. We're talking school. We're talking education. We're talking football. We'll be back in a second on the Chip Matthews Show with Dawn McKenzie on WYAB. We're talking football. We'll be back in a second on the Chip Matthews Show with Dawn McKenzie on WYAB.
Keep it tuned here to 103.9 WYAB.
CBS News Brief. Almost 24 FEMA staffers are on leave after signing their names on a letter to Congress criticizing the agency's current leaders and warning inexperience could cripple disaster response. CBS's Nicole Skanga.
The emails received by employees did not provide any reason for the decision to put them on administrative leave. CBS News has reached out to the Department of Homeland Security and FEMA for comment.
President Trump is expected to preside over a meeting at the White House today on ending the war in Gaza. Envoy Steve Witkoff tells Fox.
We adamantly want, and I'm following the president's direction here when I say this, all of those hostages home.
Cooler, damper weather is providing an assist for crews battling a fierce wildfire in Northern California's Napa Valley. So as preparation, CBS's Carter Evans.
People here have learned from previous fires, and they've cleared brush and debris, and that has made a difference.
CBS News Brief. I'm Deborah Rodriguez.
It can be hard to move past the guilt, times of weakness and regret, knowing you weren't there for your family when they needed you the most. But there is life after addiction. We're seeing broken families restored, one man at a time, through our vehicle, cash, and thrift store donations. It's given Mercy House Adult and Teen Challenge the ability to help these men succeed in having better lives. Donate a vehicle, running or not, and we'll come pick it up. Call today, 601-572-7296, or visit us at vehicledonationsms.com.
Here's a word from John White, the owner of Two Gun Tactical in Flowood and Ridgeland.
I carry a gun every day, all the time. Last year in America, 2 million legal guns were pulled, and it stopped the threat. So I'm really wearing a firearm just to stop the threat. There's more likelihood of me just pulling it and not using it than there is using it. TwoGunTactical.com, TwoGunTactical.com.
Two Gun Tactical, the South's only country club.
It's time to put a little more sizzle in your red-hot Mississippi summer at Mazda of Jackson. Drive away on your road trip with a boost from Mazda of Jackson's $1,000 off owner loyalty reward and low 1.9% financing on a 2025 CX-90, CX-70, and the Assembled in America CX-50. And take advantage of the pre-tariff inventory before it's gone. It's time to choose Mazda. Shop online at MazdaofJackson.com or visit Mazda of Jackson, I-55 Frontage Road in Jackson.
At Sunkissed Tan and Wellness on Highway 49 in Flora, we specialize in providing exclusive tanning services and premium beauty products tailored for women. Our mission at Sunkissed is to enhance your natural beauty, offer expert advice, and create a personalized experience. At Sunkissed Tan and Wellness, step into our oasis and let us illuminate your beauty. Ask about our membership program. Find us on Facebook at Sunkissed Tan and Wellness or online at sunkissedtanandwellness.org.
This Saturday, Sunday, and Monday at Cypress Point Resort is the all-play, no-work Labor Day weekend blowout. Join us this weekend for non-stop entertainment for the whole family with a massive real concert stage set up outside in the parking lot. 8 full bands all throughout the weekend. Free safari bus rides with the purchase of food, face paintings, and fresh squeezed lemonade, bounce houses for the kiddos, and so much more, including a cruise-in Sunday at 2. Don't meet me there, beat me there.
Welcome back to the Chip Matthews Show, and here is your host, Chip Matthews.
It is the Chip Matthews Show, the greatest show on the radio at this time of the morning. All across America, people are tuning in and listening in this morning. And Micah Gober says, I'm just a former C- student from Madison County Schools. Now I know why I feel stupid half the time. Well, Mike, there might be some more to that. But anyway.
Be nice now, Chip.
I like Mike. Mike is a civic-minded person. He is he is on that committee that I think is bad for this Madison County. That's the Madison County Executive Committee, Republican Executive Committee. But he needs to be there.
Yeah.
Because the ones that are there that are being Democrats need to be held in check. I mean, because the Madison County,
them Republicans need to be held in check too.
Oh yeah, everybody needs to be held in check. But
they all corrupt.
But the reality is, we need to reform the entire school, the way we teach in this entire state. I mean, we need to take the big giant pile of money and put it in the middle of the room, and some smart people, if we can find some that are politicians, or maybe we just need to find some people that aren't politicians.
There's the answer right there.
Sit there and pull it and say, okay, we need to pay these teachers. Start at the bottom, just like the voting. The voting starts with the people and moves up to the top.
Right.
Okay. So in Mississippi, your local official has more power than your governor. Okay, is the way it works. Maybe we make the teacher more powerful than the administrators.
Right. And that's how it is in the northeastern school districts in other states.
You know, because if we flipped it, then it would be
our teachers would stay. There would be no need for Filipinos teaching our kids.
And people would move to this state
to
help educate people.
If they could increase their salaries by $10,000 or $15,000, that would make a huge difference. They would stay.
And you could get rid of, for every one let's see, what is that? For every one consolidation of a district, for every one, we'd have enough money to probably raise everybody in the districts.
Yeah.
Salary that amount of money.
Absolutely. And then there's such a shortage that teachers are have so many XYZ classes, and let's just say a number 13 of classes. And then they can't teach all these classes. So they're teaching their other classes that they're assigned to in these other 13. They just have an uncertified person babysitting these people.
Right.
They're just sitting in there watching them. They're not teaching them anything.
And, each school is down like 20-30% of their staff that they need in order to teach for the crowds they have. And then and then when we ride by schools and we see trailers outside, that means the school is overcrowded.
Yeah.
And like Beth O'Kane is asking, how many school districts and how much do administrators make? There's 180 school districts, and they all make different amounts, but it's all above
what the governor paid.
Yeah,
the governor's salary is over 100,000.
It's like 120, 140,
Mhm.
something like
And
that.
there's some administrators in the state of Mississippi that make more money
They
than our governor does.
make double.
Mhm.
Make double what the governor makes.
And it's appalling. It's unacceptable. And something has to be done. It don't need to be done. It has to be done to save our teachers.
Chris Stout says he knows 4 Filipino working at the schools. And the Filipinos are brought in on green cards,
Mhm.
and they only can work at the school.
Right.
And like when I was talking with some of those, they said that they needed to make more money, but they're not allowed. They couldn't come work for me at the restaurant or anything like that.
Mm-mm.
And
And I wonder what their pay rate is.
that's a good question.
Are they working under a union from the Philippines?
No, from the
Y-
Philippines,
That's
yeah.
what I'm saying. I mean, so our teachers, Mississippi has a law against our teachers having a union to protect themselves from what is happening to them.
Right.
They have no voice, and they do this job because they love our children. They love to teach, not because they're greedy and they want money in their pockets. It's obvious. It's obvious it needs to be turned around. The administrators need to make less money, and our teachers need to make more to keep our teachers in the state of Mississippi.
That is correct. It's
Shad White, you need to do something. This is your brain drain.
I mean, Shad's right, and Duff, I believe, is on it. But we shouldn't allow the next guy to be a governor of this state or lieutenant governor, because the lieutenant governor has a lot of power. They need to make this a priority.
Absolutely.
Now, I'm hearing there's going to be a special session on school choice before January.
And how much money do they get paid for a special session?
$100,000 a day.
See there, that's just fleecing of Mississippi taxpayers' money.
Well, they can't get nothing done when they're supposed to be here. 30 to 50 a year, or what they say. What is that, Chris Stout? I missed that. But anyway, I don't know what we need to do. I mean, y'all, we could make the phone calls. We could call, because a politician is scared of a phone call.
Mm-hmm.
We could start calling politicians left and right. That's maybe what we need to do. But the problem is they'll look at you at the state level and say, well, you're run by the county.
Mm-hmm.
And the county.
They just passed the buck.
And then like in Canton, we have a bunch of aldermen who appoint their board.
Mm-hmm.
And, it's like in Canton, we have one guy on the board who was fired from the school for having sex on campus.
Mm.
And now he is
he's
on the school board.
Yeah.
Of course.
It's all about control.
And sex education.
Yeah, but it's all about control. These people, these money grabbers have got control over every aspect of our money.
Right.
And they're not going to let go.
Right.
They are not going to let go of that money.
And that's why they screamed that with school choice, you'd have public school money go to private schools.
Mm-hmm.
Well, you're opening up another can of worms that you haven't fixed the first can first.
Right.
Because see, I believe that wherever a kid needs to go to school, the money should be the kid's.
Mm-hmm.
It should go with him wherever he needs to get the education he needs. If he's super, super smart and needs to go do the super smart stuff, you have a school that he could go to. If they're special needs, they need the money to follow them.
Mm-hmm.
But it's like I tell everybody, you're not going to have a situation where school choice is going to reach out. And let's say, for instance, you live in South Jackson and you want to go to Madison. Nobody's fixing to drive over there and pick them up and bring them to school every day. So that's not an option.
Right.
Then, of course, if you did do that and they missed, let's say they missed a day a week or whatever, if they miss school, whatever the amount is, you can miss school, then that would be a deterrent on why you would not allow that also.
Right.
So there's a lot of reasons why you wouldn't be allowed to pick the school that you should go to. And then there's reasons why you should. In Canton, those students, you have the line in Canton for Gluckstadt is the store across the street is in Canton, and Germantown is right across the street.
Mm-hmm.
And that apartment complex is right down within a mile from it.
But
And
they
that-
go to the city school.
They
and
go to the Canton school.
City School.
Because they're in
Mhm.
the Canton district. But that would be, to me, it would be smarter to let them go to the school a mile away from them.
Yeah.
You know, or
Yep.
less than a mile away.
Yep.
So that, I
But
mean,
they have to keep those people down. You know, they can't lift people, because once you lift people, then they get smart and they educate themselves and they go and do greater things. You know, if they have an education, then the Canton government can't keep them suppressed.
well, they can govern. I mean, that is exactly what they do.
Mhm.
They and a lot of people don't realize it, and that's why when I talk to people and they say, "Well, you ought to let me come on this air," I go, "Well, if you're related to half the people in the school district, and you're in Canton, I can't take you.
Right.
But if you're a parent and you're not related to anybody in politics in the school district, then you're more than welcome to come on the air and let's talk about it." Because, you know, everybody says, "Chip, you didn't talk to people that they wanted to make sure their kids were going to Germantown and all that." I said, "Yes, I did."
Mm-hmm.
I went to building and talked to people, and they said, you know, our education, because I can't get into college. And then everybody looked at me in Canton, the educators, I guess you'd call them, said, "Well, all our kids can go to college. They can go to Jackson State." And y'all, nothing against Jackson State. It's good to have an education. But the other side of that is that degree is not as strong as a degree from Harvard. And that kid from Canton ain't going to Harvard.
Mm-hmm.
And I'm not saying that Harvard's a good place to go, but you know.
You're talking about an Ivy League school.
Yeah. Well,
Mhm.
they're all crazy right now.
Yeah.
But I mean, how do you balance that out to where people, I mean, every doctorate is not the same as a doctorate from somewhere else. I mean, to me, the Jackson State system just hands out drive-through doctorates. You drive through, they give you a doctorate, and next day you're
And then they want to be called doctor.
you want to be called doctor.
Yeah.
And you don't know dip.
Mhm.
And I mean, and that's the way it is. And I understand that. And I mean, we have a lot of,
There's no clout behind some schools that offer doctorates.
and you know, I used to have a girlfriend's dad who told me that not everybody needs an education.
Right.
You know, everybody, you know, we went through this time where we, I guess through DEI and through the United Negro College Fund and all of this, where we propped up a bunch of schools to give out education no matter what, because everybody felt that they needed that diploma
Mm-hmm.
in order to make all the money. And then we got to where when you were hiring somebody, you wanted to hire that person with all that diploma, yet there may have been another person who had worked their way up from the bottom all the way up. You were going to let that guy who actually can do the work not move up.
Yep.
So,
well, it's a lot. It's a lot, but there's brighter things out there to talk about. There's alligator season that starts this Friday.
Okay.
And so they've been catching some big alligators, and we want to see if we can break last year's records with some alligators. Do you know what the largest alligator caught the record?
I caught one once.
You did? What'd you catch?
I don't know. He was a little small guy. Yeah, and I've caught a shark before.
Have you?
Yes.
Oh, I'll
He
stay
was
away
small
from
too.
them.
He was
Yeah.
small too.
Mhm.
When I lived in Naples, Florida.
Yeah.
Yeah. A little 1-footer.
Yeah.
And I was sitting there playing with it. I thought it was a toy. The
Oh.
shark. I thought the shark was a toy. My dad
Yeah.
looks at me and goes, "Would you put that damn thing down? It could bite your finger off." I'm going, "Really?"
Yeah. Well, when I first bought Rattler Ferry, I was riding through the RV park, and I went in one way and looking it over and everything, and I came back out, and the sun was glistening in a different angle.
Glistening.
And this alligator just stuck out like a sore thumb, and I swear it was 12 feet long. And it's huge. So there's some large alligators out there, but the longest alligator, longest male, was 14 foot 3 inches.
Cool.
And he weighed 822 pounds.
Is that the one they used to have in the window where Mitch Tyner's office is now? It used to be one sitting in the window.
Did it?
Oh, yeah.
Hmm.
And it was the biggest around.
Yeah.
Okay, we're going to take a break, and we'll be back and have a few lighter notes.
Yeah.
Before we leave here today, this is Chip Matthews Show with Don McKenzie on WYAB.
Yeah.
Before we leave here today, this is Chip Matthews Show with Don McKenzie on
Keep it tuned here to 1039 WYAB.
Get the jump on the season at the #1 stop for all your boating and custom water sports needs, Smith Marine. Crest pontoons are here. Come experience luxury and style with a 90-day, no payment, no interest financing option with approved credit, plus a 1-year CTO membership, free cover, free Bimini top, and free inflatable tube. And these crests are pre-rigged with Suzuki motors and Suzuki's industry best warranty. Smith Marine also buys quality pre-owned boats with consignments and trade-ins on the res in Ridgeland and at smithmarinesales.com.
If you ever been stuck on the side of the road with engine trouble or because of an accident, you know how frustrating that can be. I'm Chad Stevens of Chad Stevens Record Service. We'll help take some of the stress out of this stressful situation. We've been rated by AAA as one of the top 10 towing services in the entire USA. Why? Well, just ask our customers. So keep our number in your cell phones and call us if you need us. 662-755-8645. That's Chad Stevens Record Service. 662-755-8645.
Tools, paint, mowers, equipment parts, service, and rentals are all under one roof at Hometown Hardware in Flora. Hometown Hardware has what you need and professional staff to steer you in the right direction. Hometown Hardware carries top brands like Hustler, Steel, and Milwaukee. Hometown Hardware even has a full lumber yard, paint matching, pool water testing, propane filling, key cutting, and much more. Hometown Hardware, Highway 49 in Flora.
Hi there, it's Lori from the mailroom. Of course, you know we offer shipping with UPS, FedEx, DHL, and the Postal Service. But did you know about all the other services we offer? We have stamps, envelopes, boxes, wrapping paper, greeting cards, and gift bags. We also offer gift wrapping. You can drop off your gifts, and we will have them wrapped and ready to go. Come check us out. We are south of Germantown High School, north of Gluckstadt Road at 272 Calhoun Station Parkway, Suite C. Mailroomgluckstadt.com.
Burgers, blues, barbecue, the name says it all. At our spots in Madison, downtown Brandon, and Flowood at Dogwood, dive into mouth-watering, award-winning burgers and barbecue like our tender brisket and savory pulled pork that'll have you licking your fingers clean. Our B3 Catering Company can handle any job from 5 to 5,000 people and with 2 food trucks ready for all your special events. Check out the all-new burgersblues.com to view our full menu, order carry-out, and delivery by locally owned Take-A-Break Deliveries.
Why don't you mind your own business?
Mind my own business? What's that supposed to mean?
No, I was just thinking about all of the news of tax changes, insurance changes, regulations that are being passed down to business owners. I don't have the time to keep growing and to keep up with changing payroll regulations.
I know. It seems like all I do is handle employee-related problems.
You know, I hear People Lease can help.
How can they help?
People Lease can handle our payroll, taxes, employee benefits, and workers' compensation. They even offer an affordable and customizable 401k program and a 24/7 online human resources support center for all my HR needs.
Think of all the time we'll save letting People Lease handle our payroll and benefits administration. I'll be busy growing my business and letting People Lease take care of the rest.
Sounds like a good business plan with People Lease.
Let People Lease mind your business so you can mind your own business. Call now 601-987-3025. That's 601-987-3025. Or visit freepayrollquotes.com for your free quote.
Welcome back to the Chip Matthews Show, and here is your host, Chip Matthews.
It is the Chip Matthews Show right here on WYAB, the most important show in America.
Yeah. Oh, it is today. I mean, if not any other day, it is today.
It is today.
Because I'm mad.
Oh, yeah. You're mad. And since she's mad. And then I just brought up something to her. I said, along with all these administrators who are in each of the 180 school districts of Mississippi, we have an office in Jackson that handles all those people.
Mm-hmm.
What do they get paid?
Right.
What is the top educator of the state get paid on the trickle down effect?
Yeah.
I mean, you got to get more than the people that are making $500,000 a year.
Mhm.
You got to.
In the end, they did away with our cafeteria workers.
Yeah, they've now put cafeterias in order to not have to pay them PERS.
Right.
And they also did this at the jail.
Mhm.
At some of the jails in Mississippi, they put them on contracts so they don't have to match PERS.
Right.
You know,
And that's so wrong on so many levels.
you know,
What's good for somebody should be good for everybody
I
that
say,
works in the school industry.
they go, we're saving money for the people.
Yeah.
But you're not, because the
No.
people are the ones that pay your salary.
Yes. And they're
And-
just increasing their salary.
Yeah, they keep the money for themselves.
Yep.
If you're elected official or you're a top administrator, your job is to keep the money.
Mm-hmm.
Okay. And never mind getting total value out of the money and doing the right thing for the people. But I mean, the next thing you know, you'll be privatizing, cutting the grass and everything else, so you don't have to pay PERS.
Yep.
And it'll be all these things to not pay PERS,
But the top dog.
but the top dog.
Mm-hmm.
It's really
He
bad.
wants more, more, more.
Let's see if we can get this phone call in here. Morning, YB.
Hey, good morning. Yeah.
Yeah, go ahead.
Wondering, I haven't really heard anybody talking about it, but I'm wondering if they're going to do away with the current curriculum and go back to actual, math and science and all that.
Well, see, that's the
What do you
thing.
think about
They're only talking about money and where money's going. They're not talking about
Education.
teaching anybody anything.
Mm-mm.
Which is ridiculous. My son went into 11th grade this year. He's already failed 1 year. He has struggled his entire life with his Common Core crap.
Right.
And I'm not able to help him. And I feel like I'm a pretty smart guy.
Yeah.
But this stuff, man, is ridiculous. And these kids are really not benefiting from it.
No, they're not. They're not. And I mean, like, for instance, history, we don't even do history anymore. No,
But he still does history.
no,
And
they
that's
don't have to
actually
take a
one-
test at the end of the year for it. They don't have to get
Oh, really?
tested on it. No,
Wow.
beginning this year.
Oh, that's ridiculous. But they are just dumbed downing our entire, generation.
Right.
That's how they gain control.
I mean, it'll be good once we go to AI school teachers.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah.
It'll be just like Charlie Brown. Womp, 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 womp.
Right. Look, if y'all would just keep an eye on that for me, please.
Okay,
I'll be
thank
listening.
you. We will.
All right.
Bye.
Y'all have a good-
Well, thank you for the call.
Mm-hmm.
I like it when they come in and get in, get out.
Yep. Yep. Yep.
But I mean, that's exactly what we're headed toward, is AI being the teacher.
Mm-hmm.
And then you have that situation on Chat GPT where AI talked a guy into killing himself,
Was that
committing
what
suicide,
that was?
committed suicide.
Oh, that's terrible.
And what it is it said he was asking, has a conversation with it, and he was asking his Chat GPT if he should tell his mama. He says, no, it's not time to tell your mama about this yet.
Mm.
And and then they talk about, well, we're going to put in some safeguards on Chat GPT. If it does what it's supposed to do, there is no way to put safeguards in.
That's manipulating it.
And then if you're going to be able to manipulate it, it's no good to all of us.
That's right. That's terrible.
I mean, it is. But that lawsuit, they're going forward with the lawsuit on that. And we'll see how that turns out. But our time is almost done.
I want to give a shout out to Open Invitation Stationery. They're in the old Mosby's drugstore on the square, beautiful building.
Oh, yeah.
And a friend of mine that I just met, her name is Shalandria, and she has this business. And I just encourage everybody to stop in. And she does engraving in wood, in-house. She engraves. She has stationery. She has a small gift shop. And she needs some foot traffic. We need to step in and help her out with her business.
What's the name of her business again?
Open Invitation Stationery, and it's on the south side of the square in the old Mosby's drugstore building.
Right.
Beautiful building.
Second or third building on the right.
Yeah.
Also, something else I want to say while we on the school thing before we get off, because we got like 40 seconds.
Yep.
Why can't we decide what a boy and a girl is at the schools? I mean, y'all think about everything we have, all the problems we're having with school. They can't decide what is a boy and what is a girl.
Yeah.
And how many bathrooms they need.
Mm-mm.
Band-aids on problems, legislators not doing their jobs.
Y'all have a great day.
Yes, we'll see y'all tomorrow right here, 6 a.m. Chip Matthews, Don McKenzie on the Chip Matthews Show on WYAB.